Welcome to Hardback Life. It's time for stories, sass, and strong opinions. Let's turn the page. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Becca.
She's back, guys, again.
Again. I missed last week because
Mhm. Well, I was supposed to be in Maryland last week. Sarah was down.
Sarah was visiting. Yeah, you were supposed to be in Maryland, and then your
There was a slight car
life
accident, guys. It's
decided to blow up.
it's fine. Everybody's fine. Everybody's safe.
It's fine. The car is not well.
It's not. It's getting dealt with, but it's not. Rhonda is not doing well right now.
Her hubby is fine though,
Yeah, that's the important part.
so we're good. I don't really have anything new, and I'm kind of just excited about what we're doing today. So we can talk about what we're reading, but I would like to just
Yeah.
do it and jump in.
I don't also have anything new. I'm currently reading an arc, which was what the last episode was on. I'm reading Courtney Pepper-Nell's The Last Poem, which,
Yeah, I'm
guys,
really interested for that to come out so I can
I'm not gonna
explore
lie,
that.
I was super excited to see her name as an arc, and I requested it without realizing it was a novel. It's not poems, it's a novel, and I did not look at the synopsis. So it's been a ride for me, but I'm enjoying it. Her writing is very beautiful. It's very vivid imagery. You know what I mean? You could tell her start was in poetry for sure.
Oh my god, I mean, her poetry is outstanding.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Should I just should I grab a book and just read a random poem for our listeners? Wait, I'll do that. Okay, so I'm gonna read a poem from Pillow Thoughts, which is one of her
That's like a big one, I feel like. One of her more
most
popular.
popular. I read it so long ago and I have tabs in my
Love that.
poem books. I need to work on God, this is back when I folded pages. I'm horrified for myself. I'm just gonna read the first one that I had tabbed. There's one. Oh, here we go. Ready?
Mhm.
This says, "It hurts a little and sometimes a lot when you care about someone, but you're both kind of messy and the timing is all wrong. And you don't feel like kissing someone else, but you can't force what's not. And letting someone in is scary enough, but even scarier when your heart isn't as strong." Sold.
Mhm.
So good.
You got
One
me
more.
you introduced me to her after my dad died. You sent me, a book and a
Yeah.
journal. One of her books and a journal.
I got into her when I went through a really bad breakup in college.
Mm.
This is a good one. This is good for our podcast. Are we
Okay.
ready? You spend your whole life convincing yourself you are a chapter worth following, and then someone comes along and doesn't want to read the ending, and suddenly the whole story falls apart.
Well, I feel that. I've felt that
I
before.
obviously was very heartbroken when reading this.
Yeah.
Like,
I have felt
you know
that
what?
more with friends than, Andrew's my only serious relationship, so I can't even say I get that from, a dating point. I get that from a friendship point, you know?
All my heartbreak, well, up until that point, well, I don't know. I'd had a high school friendship. Actually, it was longer than a high school friendship. I met her in elementary school, and
Mm.
then we stopped being friends when I was in college. That was tough, but it was a pretty rough burn. So I kind of was like,
Mm.
I'm done. But I've had some rough ones since then.
Yeah.
I'll do a third time's a charm. Ready? And then we'll end here.
Okay.
I know you're scared right now. Maybe you miss someone. Maybe your heart hurts a little or a lot. Or maybe you're not quite sure of who you are or what you want. But that feeling you want back, the one where it doesn't seem like the whole world is against you, it's still here. It never really left. And one day you will realize that the only person who can find it again is you.
That's fair.
That was a nice one. You should remember that.
Okay. Uh,
Wow, I hope people will watch us and go, wow, these girls either I want two responses. Either response number one, these girls are whack. Number two, wow, they're really authentic and I'm gonna keep listening.
yeah. I was really concerned when I was doing solo episodes consecutively for a little bit that people would think we weren't friends anymore. I don't know why. I just got in my head. I was like, people are going to think we got in this big fight or something. So I have to talk about her so people know that we're not, that we're okay.
Can you imagine if that actually had happened? You'd got on and been like, okay, so Becca and I started this thing, but she's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm out.
I don't even know. I don't think I'd continue doing it if we weren't friends anymore. I don't know.
I'm sure it would be a conversation. But we're talking about this like it's gonna happen. Moving on.
Like a divorce. It's like a prenup of a divorce.
Write up the prenup for the podcast and the books today.
Yes. Yep.
That's hysterical. I am reading my third Abby Jimenez.
Wow, you're eating this up.
I literally just told Sarah on the phone a couple minutes ago that I have not enjoyed books this much in a long time.
I love that because you were really struggling for a little bit.
I was, and, like, something about these books, something about these messages, these characters, like, I'm just
Mhm,
and they're romance, but they're like, there's no smut,
mhm.
like,
I love a
it's
good closed door every now and like, I love that.
I mean, you get a little bit, like, sometimes you get, like, he's, like, slipping the condom on and, like
Yeah, but I'd still consider that closed door, like, that's, like, you're shutting it. You're not gonna be there for the whole thing.
yeah, like, you get that, and then it might be, like, a little bit of, like, him entering, and then
Mhm.
it's like, "Okay." Also,
Yeah.
I'm kind of icking at myself for saying h entering.
Yeah, I didn't you might as well have just said penetrating, like, I hated that.
Wait, it reminds me of that scene in Bridgerton where it's like, "When he inserts himself," and
Inserts
she's like,
himself.
"Inserts himself where?"
See, I went to Pitch Perfect where Fat Amy was like, "Not a good enough reason to use the word penetration."
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
"Well, what happens when you and Mr. Finch do?" "Well, we kiss, and
How many
he
times have
makes a
you
weird
done it?
noise, and he changes britches." I can't,
I
that's such a
that
good scene.
scene got me. That got me.
It really did. I wanna go back and watch that scene, that's so good.
Mhm.
Alright, well, let's just kick it off because I'm excited about this. Like, I
Mhm.
think I need a break from book reviews for a little bit. I know that we're gonna do the
We're
third
gonna go
Bridgerton
back.
book, An Offer from a
Yeah.
Gentleman, but I'm like I like this. I like this,
Yeah,
jazz.
this will be
So,
fun. Mine's on my phone, so that's why
we're
I keep looking down.
you're fine. We are ensuing into a episode discussing starter packs of books. So,
Yep.
like, if you are looking to go into a genre that you have not been in before, or you are maybe you've read like one in that genre, but you like want a good place to start,
Mhm.
we are going to give you our starter packs. Today, the genre is
I was just gonna do that.
I should put a sound when I edit and
Mhm.
do a little drum roll. We are going to do a fantasy starter pack today.
Yay. Fantasy or romantasy.
Yeah, like, combination of both,
I
and
did
the
both.
best part is Cassie wanted to prep this episode, and she wanted to know what my list was and vice
I like
versa,
to be organized, guys.
and I told her no. It needed to be
Multiple times.
authentic and off the record,
So we're surprising each other and you with our picks.
and we didn't even write a script for this episode, that's the best part.
You might be able to tell. Both our ADHD meds are also wearing off.
I didn't even take mine today, I forgot, so
That's great.
I'm probably worse off.
Love that for you.
So, we each are bringing 5 books in our starter pack, and yeah, do you wanna go first, or
So here, I had a question for you. Did you order them in like should be your first book, then go to this, then go to
no?
this? Okay, so we're just like these are the. I think we should do. I'll do one, you do one. I'll do one, you do one.
Okay, should we look up and define the genre of fantasy or
I mean, we can.
listen, I feel like people if they're listening to our podcast and they don't know what the genre fantasy is,
We've done a lot of fantasy.
all right, just ignore me. All right, you can go first.
Okay, number one. I'm not sure any of mine will be super surprising, but number one,
Prob
I say Harry Potter.
Okay.
It's where I started. So I guess that's probably why. And it's a very like, because it's made for children, technically, it does explain everything in a very beginner way. The magic system, the different worlds, things like that. So I think it's a good way to ease yourself in to the genre.
Which is funny because when I was a kid, I didn't read a lot of fantasy. I didn't read a lot of fantasy as a teen or a young adult, really. I
Hmm.
got into fantasy probably like a year or two ago.
Hmm.
I read Harry Potter and I mean, I read the first 4.5 books?
Hmm.
Yeah, I because I read all 4 or all I read 1 through 4, and then I read half of 5. And I don't know how I made it that long because the amount of detail that this woman put in that book, but I understand why you put it in your starter pack because Harry Potter is, like, very well known, and if you're, like,
It's an
looking
easy
for
world to get invested in.
yes, and then there's, like, merch and everything
Hmm.
everywhere, so, like, I mean, there's a whole world in Orlando, Florida, so, like, if you really get into it, like, you can just launch yourself right in.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things to love about it, like the characters, the places, the honestly, the magic system, the creatures, like, take your pick. There's a lot to love about it.
Her writing is very detailed, the content of the book is not my problem. It's the
I get
writing.
that's like me with Jodi Picoult, so I get that. Like, I do
Okay,
understand that.
okay.
I don't like it because I love Harry Potter, but I get it.
I love
And I
that.
also
Okay.
I do wanna throw in that I recognize that she's a problematic author, right now. So, like, also possibly people might not want to read her because of that. It's hard for me to let it go, though. Harry Potter was like my whole childhood. It was me, my mom, and my sister. It was just the three of us. So, like, we went to the movies together, we read the books together. Like, it's so ingrained in my life that, like, I am recognizing she's a problem and I have not read any of her new stuff, but I cannot let go of Harry Potter.
It's all right.
Yeah. So I just had to throw that in there.
No, I agree. I mean, I think it's worth recognizing that.
That's why I came up with 6 because I wasn't sure if I was gonna put Harry Potter in because of her.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I had to.
Okay. All right. Again, this is in no particular order.
Mhm.
My first one is Heartless Hunter.
Okay. I have not read that one yet, so I can't
You
confirm or
can't make a
deny.
lot of comments. So the reason I put it in my starter pack is because it is very easy to get into. It does not take a lot of effort to like get going and like get
Mhm.
invested. At least these are all my personal opinions. I also think that it's like a simple romantasy. Like
Okay.
the romance piece, like it's not smut heavy. It's just a good solid book. Like
Mhm.
it reminds me of like I know like fantasies really aren't palate cleansers, but like if you were somebody who read fantasy as a palate cleanser, like Heartless Hunter is a lighter fantasy. Like it doesn't take a lot of brain power. At least it didn't for me.
Mhm. That's fair. I think that's a good choice.
I didn't like the second book, and it's a duology.
Mhm.
I didn't like the second book as much. I think I've mentioned that before, but I really liked the first one. So that
Okay.
is in my starter pack.
That's fair.
All right, number 2 for you, because I know you really can't, like, make comments on Heartless Hunter.
Really can't. It's on my list. It's currently downloaded on my Kindle. I just haven't gotten there yet.
That's fair.
Number 2, and I'm gonna fucking die on this hill, is the last one by Rachel Housel Hall that Becca refuses to read. But here's why. Because the world built so the thing with fantasy that turns a lot of people off is the world building. It can be very intense. The way it's done in this book, you're doing it through the character because she has no memory at the beginning of the book. So it's all through her eyes. So it's not everything at one time. It's as she's learning it, you're learning it. So I think that is a very interesting way to do the world building. I think if you're new to fantasy, it might be an easier way to start your world building repertoire. But yeah, I genuinely think that's a good starter one.
No, I support that. Like, I've not
Yeah.
read the book. Also, it's worth putting on the record that we haven't forgotten to do our blind dates.
Yeah, I haven't read that yet though.
I forget what mine was.
Lights Out.
Oh, yes.
I forget mine, but it's in my journal for the podcast.
I don't remember what yours was either. I
I
didn't
have it.
pronounce that right. I don't know what yours was either. No, sorry, scroll moment there. I support that.
Mhm.
Because if you learn along the way, like I think that's a good point to make is that fantasy can be very overwhelming. It can be very difficult to get into the world building, which is something that I took into consideration when I made this starter pack list.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I support you. Like even though I have not read the book,
Yeah.
it's growing. Like I'm feeling the urge eventually.
I'm
Maybe.
just saying it is on your 26 for 26.
Because you put it there.
Well, you couldn't come up with 26.
I
So,
made an error, and instead of reaching out to me and being like, "Hey, you put a book twice," you decided to insert your picks into my picks, which don't count.
I sure did, and it sure
How about
does
this?
because it's posted on the internet.
How about this? I will read the last one, but I'm not reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
No, I don't like that. Why would I agree to that? Read both.
No. Okay, moving on. My my second pick, which is a book I think you also haven't read, is One Dark Window, which is also another
Also
duology.
on my Kindle right now.
And that was a book that I also didn't really prefer the second, which is funny
Mhm.
because a lot of people prefer Two Twisted Crowns, but I really liked the first one. And the reason that I picked this as a book for our starter pack is because of solely the magic system.
Okay.
It is
You did
very easy.
you picked this one when we were doing the Instagram, like, 2005 or Jesus, 2025 awards for the magic system.
It is very easy to understand and it's very unique. I read a lot of fantasy in 2025,
Yeah, you
way
did.
more than I should have.
There's no such thing as that.
No, there's not. I read basically like 95% fantasy,
Mhm.
and this was the one that impressed me the most with the magic system. And I've probably mentioned it on the podcast before, but like it very much gives tarot vibes, like tarot cards.
Yes, you said that.
The cards do different things in the world, and there are like different like costs and consequences to like using them too long, which I think is really interesting. They have a benefit if you channel their power, but if you use them too long, then there's a consequence of it.
You could say that's real world too, though.
Yeah, truly. So yeah, that was my second pick and I stand firm on that. Also, there's a little bit of romance, but like
Mhm,
again, like it's light. There's really not a lot of like physical contact between the two of them in the first book. It's
mhm.
like smut light, like or it's light on
It's
smut. Like
smut
I don't even think
adjacent.
there's yeah, like I don't even think there's really a lot of smut in it to be honest,
Yeah.
if at all.
I mean, we've talked about we don't neither of us need smut in the book. I'm fine with a
No.
closed door romance like that. I don't need that. I like the butterflies before. You know what I mean? I like the romance.
Honestly, the only smut that I think I really have, like, sat back and been like, "Wow, like, this is it. Like, this is top tier," is Bryce and Hunt. And then the one scene in A Court of Frost and Starlight where they
That's a good
basically
scene.
have, like, three-dimensional sex,
That's a good scene.
which is so good.
No, I
But other
think
than that,
SJM in general, like, her smut is good. I also think Fourth Wing, maybe it's because of Xaden himself, but, like,
I just love Xaden,
I
so
don't I don't hate Fourth Wing smut either. But it's not
no,
as you
I
get, like,
think
the
she's
overview.
yeah, I think Rebecca Yarros is good at smut, I think
Mhm,
SJM is better.
I agree.
Um, alright, hit us with your 3rd.
Okay, I'm torn which one to say next. Okay, I'm gonna say Phantasma next,
Okay.
and it's coming again to the world building. I tried to do ones, at least the first 3 that I did, because I like intense world building, so tried to be mindful of that in my starter pack. So Phantasma is based in New Orleans, regular non-magical New Orleans, and
Wait, wait,
only
wait.
New Orleans. I know, New
Q?
Orleans. But it's hard for me to say my R's, so I have to enunciate or they're coming out like marbles.
New Orleans.
New Orleans. So it's like, I don't know if it's modern day necessarily, but regular life. And she has powers, and Phantasma, the house and the competition has powers, but it's not the whole world. You're not having to build an entire world, just pieces of it. So I tried to be very cognizant of how much world building I was suggesting for a starter. And I feel like it's a fantasy, but it's not necessarily intense fantasy. And also, it's the first one where I haven't followed up with any paranormal ghosty fantasies, but I get it. I get it.
I also this is worth, like, inserting myself here. I chose mine for, like I wanted to cover all of the fantasy bases. So, like,
Mhm,
Heartless Hunter is witches.
mhm,
One Dark Window is witchy too, but, like, Phantasma is, like you said, is, like, ghosts and
mhm.
devils and things like that. So, fun
That's
fact
interesting.
go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. I want to hear the fun fact.
The fun fact is that that was the 3rd one. That was my next one. So, we agree on that one.
I was wondering if that was going to be on yours.
It almost didn't make it. It almost didn't make it. It was the last pick for me, but
I didn't do what you just said and, like, tried to touch different parts of fantasy, but as I'm looking at it, just the ones I've said so far and the other 2 are still different than the ones I've said. The last one is, like, gods.
mm,
Harry Potter's witches and, kind of a mix of a lot of things. Phantasma is devils and ghosts, and my other 2 are still 2 different things.
yeah, Harry Potter is just, like, I
It
feel like they
covers a
cover
lot.
a lot of
I think
fantasy bases.
that's why it's a good starter also.
It introduces you to a lot of different creatures, which is
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we can I agree with everything that
Specific.
you said about Phantasma. I also picked it because of the world,
Mhm.
specifically of the structure of the house and the
It's
7, like,
cool.
levels of hell, basically. It's just really cool, and now that one is smutty.
A little bit. It took a long time to get there.
They have sex and then they're bathed in blood while it's happening.
Yeah, I did block out the blood part. Now that you say that, I did forget about that.
Sorry, spoiler
That
alert.
grossed me out. I couldn't handle that one.
Honestly, I just, like, glazed over it. Like, I just didn't give it attention.
No, I think I focused more on that than
But,
what
like,
else was happening.
how crazy. Like, I want to talk to somebody who feels like that they've had crazy enough sex that if, like, blood was poured all over them and their partner while it was ensuing, that they just, like, didn't care. Like, that sex must have been, like, out of this world.
I gotta tell it well, they're ghosts, so, well, one was. Um, I gotta tell you,
That's really good.
I'm not sure it would matter for me. I'm not sure. If
Well, I think it
another
depends
human
on
being's
whose blood.
blood touched me, forget it. We're done. I can't go. I can't keep going after that. No way.
I mean, my husband doesn't like blood, so it wouldn't happen.
The fact that you're willing to try is still too much for me.
Listen, I'm weird, okay?
I can't do that. I can't do that.
There I would rather be bathed in blood than other bodily secretions.
There are literally no bodily fluids I would be okay being bathed in. Not one.
Would you rather be bathed in blood or urinated on?
So I knew that, but I knew you were going to ask that. So I started thinking about it as you were asking. And I think I'd rather be urinated on because
Absolutely not.
it's sterile. With blood, you're getting everybody's diseases.
Actually, that's so fair.
Yeah. So I want neither. I want neither. Let me clarify. Neither. But
The fact that this conversation's even occurring.
if I had to decide, I would take the sterile urine for sure.
Okay. Sterile, specifically sterile urine.
Well, all urine is
Okay,
sterile.
number 3.
Well, we did your 3
Well,
and
I
my
guess,
3.
yeah, so
They
it's
were
your
the same.
turn.
Okay, number 4, fourth wing. I think that one is a good mix of character development, but I also really liked the dragons. I'm a sucker for a good creature. I love but like an animal kind of creature. Like I love a good like Grogu, baby Yoda for the people who aren't
So,
involved.
fact about creatures, because I just, we're authentic and unhinged here. If you happen to go to Spencer's
Okay.
and find yourself in the adult section, there are creature silicone items
No, thank you. I don't love them for that. No.
that have like
No.
spikes and tails, and I'm like,
No. I can't even and I'm not kink shaming anybody, but I can't even understand the books of those. Like I was hesitant to read Phantasma because I was like, "Come on, ghosts." I get that now. So maybe I shouldn't say anything because if I read one, maybe I'd love it. Who knows?
no,
But
like there's no way I'm reading a book about some guy with a bullhead. Like,
but
no,
yeah, no, I like the
but
creatures as pets or friends, not
not
sexual
sexual.
partners in the book. But I also love
Okay.
I love a good found family, and fantasy is
Yes.
very big in that, and Fourth Wing is very big in that, both with the dragons and with the humans. So,
I think that Fourth Wing, so fun fact again, is that was on my list. So that would be my number
yes.
4.
I was wondering if we were gonna have any on the same.
I was too. I figured that Fourth Wing would be the same. I didn't expect you to put Phantasma on your list.
I expected Fourth Wing, and I really did think you were gonna do Phantasma also. So I was pretty sure on those 2.
I mean, that makes sense. I didn't think you would do Phantasma, but anyway. So yeah, I agree with Fourth Wing. I loved the dragons. I also
Fucking
liked the
love the
magic
dragons.
system. I
Mhm.
liked the romantasy
Yeah.
piece of it. I
I
liked
like the
like you said, I
warrior
liked
piece
the
of
found
it.
family. Yes, like the
The
battle.
scribe. I love the
There's
scribes.
nothing better than a good war in a fantasy book.
I mean, I'm here for the romance, so
No, I like War and Ruin, like A Court of War and Ruin.
I
Like,
know that's your favorite, I know.
like the song like Supermassive Black Hole that was in the scene where in Twilight they play baseball. Like, that's the song that plays in my head when like Bryaxis and the Bone
Beaver.
Carver and everything show up to the war, and I'm just like,
I wish we had a moment in that book of Cassian's reaction to seeing Bryaxis.
he probably like ran
Probably
screaming.
just
Yeah, I just think that, yeah, I agree. Like, it's
But
chef's
what's
kiss.
interesting is so I had been working on this list prior to this, but my sister-in-law just started Fourth Wing and she's 50 pages in and she's like, I don't care for it. So I
Well,
don't know.
somebody who doesn't care for Fourth Wing doesn't care for fantasy. Sorry.
I mean, she's really into other like the vampires, I think, more
Oh,
so.
see, listen, I feel like vampire people, like, yes, that's fantasy. Vampire people, different,
And like
different breed.
werewolves.
No. See, I did
Yeah.
that with Twilight as a teen. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah. I don't know as an adult how I feel about Twilight. I read that as a teen. I don't think I'd ever go back. And maybe that's why like I can't really do vampires now.
Also,
Because
like, not for nothing, like, let's talk about, like, how awfully manipulative and abusive the relationship between Edward and Bella was.
I mean, we could go there with a lot of fantasy people if you really think about it, because they're all 500-year-old men with like 17-year-old girls. So,
Not for nothing, 17-year-old, or not 17, like, 1,000-year-old men who with wings, and they're all high on their horses because they've been around for so long.
yeah, they're
Ugh.
you're pretty much good at everything at that point. Like,
Of
if you
course the
suck at
sex is
something and
good.
you've lied for 500 years, like,
I was
we
gonna
should
say, like, they've had 500 years to figure out sex and how good it should be, so
I mean, I was thinking everything in life, but yeah, sex also.
we see where my mind's at.
You're very one track mind today.
I'm I'm ovulating, what can I tell you? You know? Okay, we really squirreled there.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
What is your 5th?
This should surprise
Dun, dun,
nobody.
dun, 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 dun.
This should surprise absolutely nobody, as it is all that is left of my personality.
And please repeat that because I think I talked over you,
ACOTAR.
and I thoroughly disagree.
I knew you would. I had
And
another one that I thought about replacing it.
here's the thing.
I can't recommend fantasy and not recommend ACOTAR. It's a sickness.
I can recommend fantasy and not recommend ACOTAR because well, okay,
Because I hated
actually,
the first one. And there was too much world building. I don't need to know what color the bristles on the broom are.
are you done?
Yeah.
No, that's actually not well, I mean, like, me not enjoying the first book and it being really slow, yes, like, that played into me not putting it on my starter pack, but ACOTAR is a very dense series,
Mhm,
and there's a lot to it, and it's a big commitment, and for
mhm,
me to put that in a starter pack
mhm.
doesn't feel right to me.
So in my mind, yeah, I did order my pack the way I said it. I said it in that order for
Mm,
specific reasons. You know what I mean? Like, so this would be you've gotten through the rest of them. You're kind of you're ready for a fantasy, like a hard hitting one.
that's not like a starter pack, though, like, when you get a starter pack, anything you grab should be good to go.
Um, no, you can have instructions to a starter pack. I've decided. My starter pack came with instructions. But I do have an honorable mention because I knew you weren't going to like the ACOTAR throw in.
I considered it. So that was when I was texting you earlier. That's why I was struggling with my 5th because
Mm,
I almost put ACOTAR because it's what got me into fantasy, but knowing how much I struggled. So I would put it so your starter pack has instructions. My starter pack would have instructions if ACOTAR was in it. My instructions would be that if you are somebody that can power through some pretty slow stuff, then I
mhm,
think it's okay to put it in the starter pack. But if you're somebody who cannot, then
mhm.
it's not for you. And I think the only reason I truly got through it is because I listened on audiobook. Or I'm
I
sorry, graphic audio specifically.
I ate it up. I ate that shit up. I'm actually going on Goodreads right now to see how long it took me to read so that I could tell you specifically if it
Can you see why it was slow though? Like can you at least understand the argument?
24 hours.
No.
Yeah, it took me 24 hours.
Oh, I thought you were saying give me 24 hours to answer that question. And I was
No,
like,
no, no.
no.
I started it my god, it's gonna be my anniversary with ACOTAR. I started it on Valentine's Day, and I finished it the next day.
I mean, no wonder you read it in a day. So like you
And
didn't
then
even have time for it
I
to
read
like
Mist and Fury in a day.
you didn't have time to like think that any piece of that was boring because you just like continued to power through.
Yeah, because none of it was boring. That's actually a little bit
Not not
that's, like, a
boring,
little excessive for me. I didn't think I read it that quickly.
not boring, just slow.
What's the difference? If something's slow, I'm bored.
No, that's no, 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 no. No. Slow and bored, not the same thing.
Synonyms for me.
No. Like there are books that I have read. Oops, drop my pen. I'm back.
You gotta get closer to your microphone again.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Sorry, scooting in. There are things that are slow, but I've like really enjoyed the slow.
Okay.
This one was so slow that it was boring for me at times.
Nah, I loved
Like
it.
slow paced doesn't always equate boredom to me,
Mm.
but
It does for me, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I'd have to think about it.
okay.
But this
You
was
think about that.
obviously not slow for me.
Obviously not.
I was pretty pulled in, like, pretty instantly.
That's fair.
Yeah, I am shocked that I read it in 24 hours, but I read Frost and Starlight. I started it so that's book 4, by the way. I started that March 1st. So I started ACOTAR on February 14th, and I was on book 4 by March 1st.
I don't want to talk about how fast you read ACOTAR. It was kind
And
of
I
sick,
had
actually.
read books in between too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I was like, I love this series. I'm gonna finish it so fast. I finished them all in less than 2 months. And that's with putting books in between to try and slow it down.
So my 5th book, I'm just kidding.
No, have I
No,
read it?
no, you have not. I know. My 5th book is The Cruel Prince.
It is on my list though. It's one I think it's the next fantasy I'm gonna read.
And I solely put it in there because it's a YA, so, like, it's easy to read.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess technically Fourth Wing is YA, and I maybe Heartless
Disgusting.
Hunter? I'm not sure.
ACOTAR. Is ACOTAR? No, Throne of Glasses. I always forget.
Yeah. The Cruel Prince I put in here because I feel like that it's, like, your general mystical world.
Mhm.
Like, it's like the characters have tails, like creature
Interesting.
tails,
I don't
or,
know how I feel
like,
about that. I didn't know that.
they may have, like, hooves, like, they're human, but, like, not.
Okay.
They're animal-human mixtures.
Like a centaur, but not fully half and half type of thing. Okay.
Correct. I mean, I feel some type of way about some of the things that were discussed regarding the tails. Just, imagine. Um,
Ew, do they insert themselves? Do they insert
no,
the
no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
There's really not smut in
Oh, okay. Just
there's
checking.
really not smut in The Cruel Prince.
Okay.
It's honestly like it's a true like enemies to lovers,
I love that.
or like the center idea of The Cruel Prince is not the romance. It's a piece of it, but like it's
Mhm.
not. It's
Yeah,
also
I
a true
think
YA.
I have some arcs to get through, but I think that's my next when I still haven't read one since November, but I think that's my next one.
It also does a really good job with creatures.
I love creatures. It's
It does
I'm a
really good with
sucker for, like,
creatures.
the little sidekicks of the little
You
creature.
know you know what? This is why you need to read The Cruel Prince. So the very last book in the series, so it's The Cruel Prince, and then it's The Wicked King, and then the last one is The Queen of Nothing.
Mhm.
And The Queen of Nothing gives Chamber of Secrets vibes
Ooh, I love that.
with the creatures. So I think you would really like that.
I'm excited. No, that's one it's been on my list and it just for some reason or another keeps getting pushed back. But I've decided that once I get through some that I have like I have to get through. That's next.
So I would say, honestly, I would say all of SJM's books
Mhm.
are honorable mentions. And the
So
reason that I didn't include SJM is because, well, number one, if you're going to read SJM, really honestly, the first place you should go is ACOTAR,
mhm.
because I'm not going to say why, but
Yeah.
it just should be.
It's the least
And
dense, believe it or not, out of all of the series that she has.
yes, and I thought about putting Throne of Glass on here, but Throne of Glass is an 8-book series and it's a commitment. And I don't feel like that falls within it. Like, I feel very grateful that I started fantasy with SJM, even though I struggled with the first ACOTAR book. But I
Yeah.
don't think that SJM fantasy is a starter author. Like, she's very good and it's very in depth fantasy. And I just don't think that that belongs in a starter pack.
Then
But I
so
understand why you did. I mean, I knew you were going to put
yeah,
ACOTAR in there. If you hadn't, I would have been like, are you sick? And do I need to take you to the mental
I
hospital?
know, it would be bad. My honorable mention and here's the thing, this was a hard one because I liked the first book a lot, but I think it's a good one if you're just starting fantasy, but as the books went on, I liked them less, and it's the Powerless trilogy. I think it's a
I
good
thought about that.
starter. I think it's a good starter. The world is not that intense. It's not that it's more of a dystopian, so there's more, like, things to relate to, I think,
I was
between our world and that world, unfortunately.
I was back and forth between that one and The Cruel Prince,
Yeah,
but I like The Cruel Prince better, so I went with The Cruel Prince.
that's what I was gonna replace Harry Potter with when I was, like, unsure of putting J.K. Rowling on here, but I've heard, like, a lot of people really, really like it. I really liked 1 and 2, and I was thoroughly disappointed by 3. But I do think the world is not so intense or different, and I do really like some of the characters, so I think it's a good if you're, like, really just getting into it. Like, I know some people in our book club were like, "That's the" because that was, like, one of our first book club picks. They were like,
Mm,
"That's the book that got me into fantasy." So I think that it's a fair one to start with.
I agree. I would put it in my starter pack, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that was like I was toying with that and Harry Potter, but I obviously went with Harry Potter as, like, the final cut. But I
You
felt
had
like it
to.
was worth a mention. It could be like, when you get, like, a new Barbie dream house and it's, like, Barbie's not included. Like, it could be the starter kit and then, like, Powerless not included.
SJM sold separately.
Yes.
Okay, so to sum up, my
Re
fantasy starter pack includes
Wait,
Heartless Hunter, One Dark Window, The Cruel Prince, Fourth Wing, and Phantasma.
with SJM as honorable mention.
Yes.
Mine would be the last one, ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, Harry Potter, Phantasma, and the Powerless trilogy as my honorable mentions.
Now, if I were to say, I'm not going to give like an order to these, but if I were to say there was one that you should start with out of my starter pack, I would suggest Fourth Wing.
It's funny, I don't suggest Fourth Wing to start with.
I mean,
I
it's
love
okay. You can be wrong.
all right, relax. Um I felt like so the way I would do it, what did I say? I said Harry Potter, the last one, Phantasma, Fourth Wing, Agatar, because they get more intense. I really tried, because I like world building so much, to keep in mind that not everybody does. And I felt like Fourth Wing and Agatar were the biggest worlds. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah, but I don't
eased my way
feel like
into
that Fourth Wing world building is like overwhelming. Like you learn the world
No,
along with Violet's journey.
you do. That's why it came before Agatar.
That's fair.
No, you do, because she didn't expect, like, that's all new to her. She was prepared for the different quadrants, so it's all new to her also.
I mean, you do get a little bit of that when Feyre goes to Prithian. Like you
Mhm.
learn Prithian along with her. Again, my issue was not the world building in ACOTAR. My issue was the slow pace in which it moved.
See, I love the witty banter, like, back and forth. I loved that was prolonged. I love it.
No, it was just
I
I
want
needed
my burn to be slow and painful.
No, I'm fine with the slow burn, but like the other stuff around it needs to be like
Mm-mm.
moving, and nothing about it was moving. Like we were just like getting the story of stupid ass Tamlin and his sex
Okay, well, at
rituals.
the
Like
time, I liked Tamlin, so I was enjoying my time with him. Spoiler alert, don't get attached. Don't get attached.
I'm trying to think who he like reminds me of. Like I just had like a thought that like Tamlin reminds me of someone, but like another fictional character, but I can't.
Gaston. He is the Gaston of Akatar. You thought he was Beast?
No,
JK, he's Gaston.
no, because Gaston's not whiny.
Yes, he is.
Gaston is full of himself.
Yeah.
Gaston's overly confident. Tamlin is not like that. Tamlin is like drama.
I don't know. I think he's the Gaston in this world.
What do you think Gaston's whiny about?
I just hate everything about Gaston also, so
That's fine, but he's not whiny.
I don't know.
He's
I
like,
put
I'm the
everybody I
best
hate
thing
into
that
one quadrant in my
Gaston
mind.
is like the like quintessential like white male. I'm big and I'm tough and I
Yeah.
deserve all women.
Yeah, that's true. You white men. White men.
So we're probably gonna lose some listeners for that one.
Know if we have any male listeners, except for my friend Leon. He listens.
Oh no, I'm talking about women too. There are women out there that really love their white men.
I
I
like
mean,
one, and I
yeah,
married him.
I mean,
My dad's dead,
I'm
so I don't like one there. I mean, I did.
It's fine. I told somebody in the gym tonight that we were talking about pregnancy because I went to squat and peed myself in the process.
I
And I
love
was
that
like,
for you.
damn kids. And I was like, pregnancy is, like, and I think my friend who goes there, she like made a comment and was like, I mean, not for nothing, like you had two. And I was like, yeah, but like she's like the lowest maintenance kid. So
Mhm.
at least,
That's
I
fair.
mean, I peed my pants and like she contributed to the weak bladder, but she's low
Yeah.
maintenance at least. We should start doing like funny commercial breaks in the pieces that we have to edit out, but like
Yeah.
only like we'll be right back. While you're waiting, here's a
Yeah.
fun fact about monkeys.
Yeah. Ugh.
But like random facts, like nothing like actually serious. Like in the Frozen movies when Olaf is like,
We could
did you know water has memory?
do, like, did you know Cleopatra lived closer to the iPhone than the building of the pyramids? And the
Did
last
you know that?
guillotine death was the year Star Wars came out.
All right, well, back to the episode.
Yeah, I like that. I like a good fun fact.
Yeah, we should do that.
Did you know another fun fact? If you eat a polar bear's never mind. There's too many there's too many L's and R's in that sentence, and I'm never gonna get through it.
Tell me and then I'll repeat it.
If you eat a polar bear's liver, you'll die from how much vitamin A it has in it. Mhm.
Wait, that's true?
Yes. And did you know that when the Mayans were building pyramids, Oxford University was already teaching philosophy?
Did you know that I am done with these fun facts?
I love a good fun fact.
Well, this was fun. I enjoyed the
I
starter
enjoyed
pack.
this one. This was I feel like it's gonna be a good episode. Hopefully everybody else thinks that too.
Yeah, I want to do another one.
Mhm.
So, all right. Well, thank you for listening to our episode about all of the fantasy books that we love and hold true in our hearts. We hope you take our suggestions to
If
heart.
you do, I say this all the time and literally nobody does it, but can you let us know? Like, can you comment or something?
Just
Or,
like
like, if you've
just
read them, like, do you also feel like they could be a starter pack?
yeah, I need some engagement.
Yeah, I agree, people. Come on. Like, when we share clips on Instagram, sometimes people will interact, but, like, nobody comments on our videos. Or, like, some people do, and they're very nice, but, like
Honestly, we don't get a lot of comments, like, we don't get a lot of, like we get likes and things, but the interaction
mhm.
is
But, like, I
sometimes
guys, we wanna talk about books. That's why we have a whole podcast about it.
it's fine, we have each other.
That's true, we
It's
do
all we
talk
need.
about them a lot.
That's actually not true.
No, we also talk to a lot of other people about them.
Yeah. Also, I said we only have each other and that's all we need, and I said that's not true
You need
because
more than me, Becca?
my husband and my kid, yeah.
I mean, I get
Although I wouldn't be opposed to, like, a commune where, like, all the women raise the children and the men visit on a
yeah.
schedule. Okay, well, before we get into another tangent, with that,
Wait, start over,
stay
start over.
cunning. Stay cunning. Stay cunning, 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 cunning. Stay cunning, stay brave, and remember you are your own high lady.
She said that fast before I could interrupt again.
Cunning, 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 cunning.